I'm joined here with two men who were described as legends in the game, Michael Kavanagh and Terence McNaughton, two absolute legends from Kilkenny and Antrim. They're the managers, joint managers of the Irish international team that beat Scotland in the Hurling Shinty International here in Innis in what was a cracking game. I just came here out of curiosity, not expecting too much, and what I saw was a real championship and a real bite. 100 minutes of absolutely kept the whole crowd, and a good crowd in to see it as well, lads. So Michael, what did you think of it here in Innis?
Yeah, no, we're delighted to come to Ennis to play the game, but we expected a tough game off Scotland, but Scotland really turned up today, and we needed a massive performance from our boys, and none of the guys were really found wanting, thank God, and it was a massive shift, and look, we nearly won it in normal time. In fairness to Scotland, they hung in, got a great goal, and great goal to bring it to, and we were lucky to get a free maybe to bring it to extra time, so we were thrilled, and thankfully in extra time our boys found a little bit more space and a few scores, but we finished strong, and we needed our panel, but Scotland really pushed us, and credit to them, they were excellent today as well, and it could have went their way.
Terence, it kept the crowd here really engaged right throughout the game. Scotland took the game to Ireland early on. They took the lead, and it took a while for our lads to get into it, but once they got into their stride, they played amazing hurling.
Yeah, I think the longer the game went on, the stronger we were getting. But at the start, like Scotland are a proud nation, obviously, the same as Ireland. They didn't come here to lose, and they showed that in the first half. But as far as the crowd goes, everybody I met were raving about the game, and the atmosphere in the stand, and the noise coming out of the stand, even for us in the sideline, was outstanding. But for me, the greatest thing was like there's young fellas in there from the so-called very weaker counties, even in Ulster, and they're sitting in Rowan, Cody, and even myself. I'm standing here, like I used to sit in Croke Park and watch Michael Kavanagh won as yet all Ireland medals. Like, it's an honour, and it's a great achievement for lads like that to be part of this here. And I think the way the system works, we have 7 Liam McCarthy players and 13 from the lower divisions. I think it's fantastic, and it gives everybody. I've always said, and I've always argued this, that there's great hurlers in every county.
It was great to see a Longford player, a Donegal player, an Antrim player. Antrim would be a stronger county, but lads like that, lads from me, for me to sit up in that stand, watch them, and the way they played, you would want. I know Owen Cody gave a bit of an exhibition in Aidan McCarthy, but those lads go way up to hurling, and it says a lot for hurling those counties.
Owen Cody and McCarthy, they're players of a generation. Like Owen Cody is as good a corner forward as I've ever seen. Cheers. And for them boys, like young look out of Fermanagh and out of Donegal and that there with the change room, I think it does great. Like I keep referring to the fact that there's good hurlers in every county in Ireland. There mightn't be 15 of them and that there of the highest standard, but it gives a chance for them really good hurlers in every county to shine, and I think it's brilliant for the game. And anybody who was here today would have to enjoy that game. If you didn't enjoy that game, you don't enjoy sport.
I really enjoyed it. It really was. Yeah. No, we it was on a knife edge, like normal time, then the extra time, and we pulled away in the end. All right, and they came back again, even with a late goal at that stage. Michael, you're still very involved in hurling, I'd say, are you?
I am. I actually played a small bit myself junior this year, but I'd say I'm coming near a finish. All right. So, but look, I'm involved in underage a bit. I was involved in Offaly seniors as well. This Ireland Shinty gig has been for the last 2 years for ourselves, but we've enjoyed it. It's been a short window. We've got great commitment, and we've got a good backroom team. And again, it's great to mix with some of the top players in the country involved there today. But no one was found wanting, and everyone wanted to be involved and wear that Irish jersey today, which was a great thing. But it was a great spectacle, a good game. It's a bit of a throwback to the old time hurling, probably. A lot of ground hurling and a lot of first time hurling, but that's what people like to see as well. And anyone that was in Cusack Park got treated to a very good entertaining game, and there was nip and tuck right to the finish.
I got up at 5 o'clock this morning to go to Dublin, and I said I'll call into this match on the way back. Like, I really wasn't expecting anything more than maybe an exhibition of Shinty and hurling combined. I was blown away by what I saw, and I mean that, and I come here all the time. Like, both of you played with great teams in your day, like, but for these lads, they'll be bonded now for the rest of their life. They'll remember this day. They're going off now to have a bit of a get together now. But this will mean an awful lot to lads who probably won't get to Croke Park maybe too often. They will in their own grades, like. But
yeah, no, look, as Sambo said, look, it's great for some of the other players to mix with some of the top players in the game, and it's fantastic memory for everyone involved to have, and especially to get the victory as well. Today is a special day, and they'll have fond memories and a bond now for the rest of their lives, and they'll remember their Shinty victory. But great to get the victory as well, and that's all the sweeter.
Yeah.
But, certainly, look, all the players will have huge fond memories and a special bond as well now for the rest of their life. Whenever Shinty comes up, or if they mention or remember when they were involved down in Cusick Park. But today was good, and we needed to turn up and play the way we played, because Scotland, which was a far from exhibition game out there, it was played at real physical.
it was hard hits,
pace
Yeah, they're very skillful at the short game, and one thing I took from that, and not being a critic, but there's a lot of melees in hurling now, and maybe what they were playing out there is an answer to get that ball out quick on the ground, maybe a bit of ground hurling come back into the game mightn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, no, Sambo's crying out for ground hurling for a long time. He'd like to return to it, alright, but you'd have to really admire their skill, and their stick work. With a stick, the way that they're able to trap the ball, flick the ball, and knock that ball around. It's amazing what they can do with the stick and the ball. So their skill set was very high, and a lot higher than I thought. But they really brought a good edge and a huge skill to the game. And their point taken from the from the frees as well was exceptional.
It was
so they didn't miss much chances, took some great goals. You'd have to admire the way they really played. And maybe there is some learnings that we could take to our game.
Yeah. But Terence, our game today, they really had to stand up, because I'd say that was as tough a game as any of the lads have ever played. The body contact, everything was in it, it's hard hitting.
Yeah, we're just standing outside the change room here. There's 20 guys in there that know that they weren't in an exhibition game. Anybody with any illusion. There's a lot of bruised bodies in there, and it's really competitive. The one thing about this game is you have to commit. There's no wee pop passes 20 yards, boys starting free in this game. It really is a throwback to the old days. Pulling high balls, there's batting balls out there, there's balls pulled on the ground. When was the last time we seen that? Our game has evolved beyond recognition. It's getting farther and farther away from that game, and really so. Hurling at the top level is outstanding now. This year's All-Ireland final, but I still think there's room for that sort of game in hurling. There's something to be taken there for moving the ball on, like you said, the rucks. That would sort the rucks out. The referees would have to get involved and maybe let the odd pull go. Now it's getting to the stage, if you hear a clash of hurls, it's nearly a free.
If you didn't get stuck in there, if you stood back, you were going to get a belt of that long stick, so you had to be in there.
If you stood out there, you stood out like a duck out of water. There was no place for the faint-hearted out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Lads, you're great men to come down here and get to keep that team and have them as prepared. I couldn't believe that nobody actually caught the ball, because it's a natural thing. So you have a bit of work done, and it showed. But a great match, a fantastic game. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to be talking about this game for a long time to my friends who didn't maybe make it here today. So well done, lads. Thanks very much. And enjoy tonight. Thanks, lads.